What's up, Tuesdays, gamers and haters? What's everybody? So we were streaming.
We
It's
sure
6
were.
o'clock. We start streaming at 5.
Yep.
It worked for about 20 minutes,
Not even.
and then I talked a while,
You did talk a while, but I don't know how much of that we actually got.
and then it crapped out. We've been having issues with our internet literally for 2 weeks now. And I've been fighting with them, and I've been fighting with them, and I finally... Maybe we can put, when we edit this,
Yeah.
that last bit that I took a screenshot of up there.
Ooh.
We changed our router twice. We changed the Ethernet cord. We did, like, everything that's in the book that you're supposed to do, and it's not working. And finally... And we get on again, and she's... like, first of all, they transfer me between people. I talked to the first guy, and then
Who I don't think was a real guy.
who I don't know if he was a real guy, but they told me his name was Zach, and then shout out to Zach, and then
Shout out to Zach, honestly.
he was like, I'll try to do a thing, because he tried to blame it on my hardware, and I'm like, don't fucking start with me. He's like, I'll send a signal to the thing to make it better, and I'm like, okay, and then the router was red, so I texted, like, hey, it's red, is it supposed to be? And they transferred me to somebody else, and she was like, no, it's not supposed to be, and I'm like, okay, cool, while I have you here, we've been having this issue for weeks. And she was like,
Change your router.
You need a new router. And I'm like, no. I said, you are wrong. This is our third router. Has Spectrum given us 3 defective routers? Literally the words that I used. And she was like, okay, I'm sending you a text. And I'm like, fine.
Okay, cool. Oh, man.
So, no stream, so we're going to record instead. It's been a long couple of weeks. School started. I'm
Started.
a little wacky because I'm on a different meds. I have my one class that's going, So we're really tired, and I'm even more tired after the whole Spectrum thing. I kept going back and forth being like, I don't know if I'm talking to a real person when I do the chat with me thing. And I think most of the time you're not until it connects you to a person. But I know that I was talking to a person in the last one because she got so sick of me. She stopped responding with punctuation. There was no capitals. It was just like, I'll send you a tech. You don't have to pay for it. We're done. We're going to look at some, because we weren't mad enough just now, we're going to look at some red flag, am I the asshole type stuff. We're going to get really mad at some TikToks that Caden has found for us. And then the second video is going to be Dragon Age, which I've been looking forward to. It's always the ones that I'm like, I'm so hyped that it's like...
Every single time.
Every time I'm like, hype, ready for this. And it's not like Dragon Age would have been a strain on the laptop. It's a fucking 15-year-old game or something like that. Alright. No. Let me drive. You're not good at it.
Well, hang on. I can drive. I'm allowed to drive. Okay, we have to start over because we won't have this one.
Yeah.
So we'll start back over. This would make me so mad.
I would divorce over this, I think.
Literally, I would be so mad.
His face is so funny, too.
He's really like, what? What?
Which, like, he did strike. To be fair, he ate.
To be fair, he
Isn't
ate.
that the dude who pissed us off in the other one, though?
Probably.
Is that the accent one?
No, I don't think so. They look similar, but I don't think that is.
I think that's just
is.
white guy with a mustache and
Yeah.
slight beard. That one's fine. I'm not mad about that.
Yeah, that one
that's very funny.
It's very funny.
It is a little like that's a little different than when you're pregnant, but
Right.
to be fair,
but it was impressive.
he held the baby and he got a strike.
Yeah. This one's not as funny. Oh, look at that baby though.
Look at her. She's sad.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Good for her,
I think that's what
honestly.
Zach did to us when I was like, hey.
I think you're right. I think you were
He
like...
said I'm sending a signal, and I think the signal was melt.
death. I do think he nuked our internet. You know, I don't honestly blame him. I would be pissed.
To be clear, I'm not mad at any of the individual Spectrum employees that I've spoken to.
No, I am mad at Spectrum as a company.
It is frustrating that they're all giving us the same answer and it's not working, but they're given a script and they have to go by this script.
Yeah.
All of them have been polite. All of them have been as helpful as they are capable of being.
Yeah.
I have no issue with them. I am getting snippy with them.
but we've
I
been
have
dealing
no
with
issue
this for
weeks.
so long.
I have no. Zach was like, "I need your full name," and I'm like, "Why?"
Why?
I literally was like, "Why?" The other 3 times I had this conversation, I didn't need the full name, and he's like, "If you want me to help you, I need your full name. How would you like to proceed?" It's so fair, but
but like, come on.
like, why? Come on, just help me, dude.
It
I'm
was so
logged
awful.
into my account.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, that's so fair though.
Yeah.
Especially if he's waiting for the. I understand being like, it's my day off, I want to play games, but if the game is updating,
Then like,
then watch the baby.
Yeah.
Or like do like, I would like to play games at this time. So before that, I'll do XYZ chore and I'll watch the babies if it's okay if I have this time to play games, as long as that's something that you give her also.
right. Exactly.
We have conversations where like Sunday is usually our cleaning day. If we're like we want to get all the cleaning done, I'm gonna be cleaning at this time. I need to do XYZ other thing at this time. You know,
Because we usually have like games and things on Sunday too.
yeah,
So we
I have an online game.
schedule around that.
Yeah,
It's not hard to communicate that kind of stuff. You just have to be willing to communicate.
we've been having a lot of issues with the dishes,
Oh
for
my
example.
God, yeah.
It's been piling up. It's been like a big problem because if one of us forgets, it just like snowballs from there. But we've
Yeah.
all been like really tired and stressed, so it's hard to motivate ourselves to do the dishes also. And the other night we were like, here's the new plan for the dishes, and we have concerns about it, but we're gonna see how it goes. And then today I was finally able to set aside time, and I finished all of the dishes in the sink, and I'm like, they're done.
Yeah.
The dishes are done.
And
But,
now
like,
there's only like 3 things in the sink instead of like a million things.
right, but like the last 2 days, the dishes haven't been done because of me. Because every time like you or Lizzie were like the dishes, I was like, I'm the one who messed it up. Leave them for me. I'll take care of them.
But you've been
Soon.
exhausted.
But then because I teach until 7, so it's like a whole thing. But I don't want anyone else to do it because I said that I would do it.
Right.
But it's like, so it's been like, just communicate like adults.
Yeah.
Why are we skipping? There's a
Oh,
line.
we're not skipping. They're playing and I don't want them playing on the screen
Okay.
because it's distracting.
Okay, well that's all I had to say.
Okay.
I need to make something real clear.
Alright, I have bad
tell you all
ears.
day, I ain't coming on and helping with the kids. I'm not helping make dinner. I'm not helping with the dishes, and I'm not helping doing the laundry. It's called a hook. It's meant to get your attention. And if you're
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's why I put this one on here because I'm like, I know he's gonna be like, ooh.
I recognize him from a green flag video, from the red flag guy. I think he also had a thing where he's like, he was in another video. Yes, I think this is him. He was in another video where, he stitched a video that was like, what if you were working for 12 hours a day and you came home and this was your meal and it was like bread and beans or whatever. And he was like, if I'm working all day and I come home to any meal, I say thank you. If
Yeah.
somebody did anything in their day to make it easier for me when I get home, then that is something I appreciate.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter. So not everybody can cook, and it's fine. She still
Right.
she still thought of me during her day and made sure I had food
Mhm.
when I came home, even if it's not a gourmet meal. And so, okay.
No, you're good. We're gonna have to skip around because I have a tangential one to that. So
Restarted my heart.
My wife do something that is my job too. It's called being a grown up. We do laundry. We do dinner. We do the homework. We do the dishes because we are a team.
yeah.
There's no entitlement in marriage. We are a team.
I love that.
job is
Yeah.
more important than
Yeah,
another's.
he's definitely the one from the other
And if
video.
you're
Yeah.
lucky enough to have a spouse
Green
that
flag guy,
stays
get on
there,
this.
this idea of what
That might be where I found this.
I wish I had his beard.
Oh no, why marriages aren't working, why the divorce rate is so high right now.
This one's really long. We don't have to watch the whole thing.
You guys, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the value of somebody you choose to put in your life.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
that person values you and how you value that person that you choose to put in your life speaks volume about your marriage.
Yeah, we don't have to watch the rest of this. We get.
Yeah, we get the gist. But no, I
No,
totally
he's right.
agree.
He scared me in the first half.
It's called a hook.
It's called a hook.
The one with the babies here is not so good.
You did my laundry the
Yeah.
other day, and I was like, I wasn't expecting it. I was like, and you folded all of it, and you were like, this stuff is yours. I'm like, oh, you did mine. But I did your laundry one time
Yeah.
also.
Well, we
I-
put our laundry together.
Now we put it
because
together, yeah.
There's no point in separating it because it's easier just to do a big load of it together than it
Except
is
that I
to
get
try to.
autistic about the socks.
Yes, but I just put all the socks in a pile and I
And
let
you
you
just let
deal
me
with
do
it.
it?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's love. Sometimes is you know that something bothers your other more than you, and you just let it be their problem, and that's okay. Is this good or bad?
Is this steaming?
Yeah.
Why are the vegetables mixed in my rice?
But because that's what fried rice is for.
And this?
Fried chicken. What do you mean?
Who's fried chicken and fried rice? That's
What?
a lot of frying, Mercy. Aren't we supposed to be eating healthy?
Oh, I'm not gonna pause it with mouth open.
Is it good?
I mean, it tastes fried.
I've seen other ones of this man, and I
This
hate him.
man is not happy with anything his wife cooks, which is so unfortunate
It all
because
looks really
it
good.
all looks so good.
Well, I know one time because sometimes he's like, just go McDonald's.
Yes, I have
And
the McDonald's
she literally did, and he's still like, ugh.
one. Yeah,
So he's
she literally got him a McDonald's and then made it look like she made it, and he had problems with it.
he's negging her.
Yeah,
For dinner now. What is this? You made a burger?
Yeah. I made copycat McDonald's burger.
Why did you buy buns again? You could have just put it on potato bread.
Also, I hate. Sorry, this is.
I
like,
hate the way he eats.
I was gonna say this is like bitchy, but I just hate the way he eats. Which like nobody looks attractive when they eat,
Right.
but he like,
It doesn't really look like McDonald's.
and it's like
Is it good?
And you know what? He's gonna sit there and eat the whole thing too.
because it's not a real issue because he doesn't actually not like her food. He just doesn't want her to feel proud of it
Right.
because I don't know why. I don't know what he gets out of
I
it.
don't-
I don't know
I
what the
don't know.
psychology is, but it makes him feel superior or
So much better than any food you've ever made.
He's literally making this nasty, sad little soup, and it's like, oh, this is better than anything you've ever made. And it's like, you
I don't know what he gets at it. Like,
right? Like, what do you get out
is
of
it
this?
a power trip? Does he? Because there was like there's a Reddit post
Mhm.
from forever ago that's like my boyfriend keeps telling me that I smell bad, and I've gone all these kinds of different soaps and everything. Like I
Mhm.
don't smell bad. I have perfume on. I have other stuff. Like I've changed everything.
Right.
I literally know for a fact that I do not smell bad. So I finally asked him like, why does he do it? And he was like, well, my dad said if I say that, then she'll never cheat on me because she won't have the confidence
Yeah.
to go do that. And it's like that's fucked up. And I feel like that's
It's
like what's
that
happening
and-
here. Of like she can't think that she did a good job. She always has to be working to impress him.
Yes, it is. He wants to make sure that she is making these fancy meals because if he's like, this isn't good enough, she's gonna keep trying to make it better and better
Right.
and better. And it's like not.
Sorry, I have my ball, but I just don't want to be holding it right.
It's not. It's not gonna work because eventually she's gonna stop cooking for you. Because what's the point? And I've looked into this channel and they're clearly trying to pretend like they're a very happy couple and I don't want to judge anyone else's
I- like-
marriage, but like you're putting it out on the internet for people to see, so you want to be judged a little bit, I think.
And like, is it a bit? Is it a bit? Is it
She's
fake?
not
Is it?
from here.
That's the other thing.
Yes, she moved from I can't remember where.
But that's why it's like she always has to be working to impress him.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, but so is this a bit? Is this a bit? And it's a bit between them, and they understand it, and it's not real, and it's just whatever they put on because that's a possibility too.
Right. It
And,
is
like,
a possibility.
That would be the good ending.
Yes.
Oh.
But sometimes it feels
But
like
it feels
it's
too
not
real,
a
and
bit.
like even if it is a bit, it's not funny.
Right.
It's not funny, and people are watching it and being like, "I'll just do that to my wife,"
Right.
and I just don't. Caden cooks for me all the time.
And like I
All the
love
time.
cooking, so it's not really a chore. I love cooking.
I
but
struggle with it a lot. It's not something that I find a lot of joy in. I have a lot of anxiety about it. It's something that
and we cook
I struggle
together.
to do it. We cook together a lot.
And that's always very
And even if it's stuff where I'm like, I have comments about it, it's never like, I don't believe in insulting food that I didn't make. Even if I genuinely do not like it,
Yeah.
I don't believe in saying I didn't like food I didn't make because I didn't make it. So I don't get to be like, I don't like this. If somebody asks my opinion of it, I will if I don't like it, I will politely be like, XYZ
It's not for
thing.
me, you know.
Or I'll be like, I think it has too much whatever. My dad makes this butternut squash soup that I do really, really
It's
like.
so good.
But he puts so much white pepper in it.
You're like
and it's
eating it and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, and I like it, but I am every time I'm like, just a little bit less, just a little bit less, just a little sprinkle less because it really hits you.
It really
And I like
hits
it.
you.
I like that it. I like that it has that spice, but sometimes it's a lot of spice.
Yes.
But like that, and like that's it. And like we've made some experimental stuff, or you've made stuff, and you're like, is it fine? And I'll be like, whatever. But like I don't complain about food that other people give to me, and
Right.
especially when you're making me stuff.
And
I'm
even
like,
if you
not gonna be
did,
ever-
I wouldn't be like offended because you would say it in a way where it's not like you're cooking so bad. You'd be like, I don't really care for this, but it's
Right,
not
right.
for me, you know?
One time he makes me grow cheese a lot because usually when I'm like I can't eat, I'm like, can you just make me grow cheese?
Yeah.
Because I'll eat that. And there was one time when I was like, you were like, how is it? And I'm like, it's grilled cheese, like it's fine. Like
Yeah.
It wasn't like it's not blowing my mind, but I need to eat right now. And it's
Right.
like we didn't have like the kind of cheese that I like, so it was kind of
Right. It's just
whatever we
whatever
had.
yeah.
And it was like but I was still like, thank you for making it for me, you know? What
Yeah.
is the other thing? He never thanks her for the
Ever.
food.
Literally ever.
There are some things that I think you can never say enough, and it's I love you is one of them.
Mhm.
I'm a very firm believer, and there's no over saying I love you. I
Yep.
think that's never something that you should get tired of saying ever. I say it to everyone. I say it to my friends. I say it to my cat.
True.
I'll say it to anybody. I say it to Caden all the time. I think thank you also.
Yes.
It's fun. It's I think showing your gratitude is important.
Yeah.
Even for stuff that's like whatever.
Right.
You know, even for something I struggled a lot with. I have if I do a chore, if I do something that I'm supposed to do, I don't like being thanked for it
Mhm.
because then it feels patronizing. But I know that that's a me problem, and it's a thing that I'm like working on.
But I
Because-
like to thank you for doing like when you did the dishes today. Like I thanked you for doing the dishes today, even though, you know, it's
Right,
a
'cause it was
lot
like
because it's like it is helpful and it helps me. And a lot of the stuff that you see is like, well, you shouldn't thank your spouse for doing the bare minimum, but
It's
I'm
like, why
always gonna
not?
like, you
Right.
know, it's good to feel wanted and needed, and it's okay to be like, thank
Right.
you for doing that, you know.
It's like it's the thing that I'm working on because I know that it's me and it comes from me places of like. But it's not a bad thing to be thanked for that because I also do it to other people. I will thank other
Mhm.
people for doing stuff that I've asked them to do
Right.
because I want them to know that I appreciate that they did it,
Right.
even though I asked. So I understand that that's what people are doing to me. Is this is something I had to do, but you still appreciate that I did
Yeah.
it. You know. So it's and please is the last one.
Yeah.
I say please all the time. I basically taught my youngest sibling to do that. And so
Yeah.
I do that to Lizzie sometimes.
We all need to work on it, you
I-
know. It's we were just talking about this today. You never stop growing
Growing
and
and
learning
learning,
and
yeah.
improving as a person. You know, you can't stop doing that. You're always learning and changing and becoming a better person, you know.
You take the baby.
So there's a lot happening here.
Well,
This is
yeah,
the wife.
There's a lot to process.
He's doing something else.
Is that the mom?
This is the grandma.
Okay.
Yeah. So grandma is in the chair holding the baby boy. It looks like maybe twins. They can't be that much older than.
Right. There's a year at most between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. And
'Cause
she
they're both still in
says
pacifier age.
she's holding the little
She's-
girl and says, "Can you take the baby?" And he, instead of taking the baby that she's holding, grabs the little boy. And it does say something. If you want to,
Even
the grandma
was like, "What are you
"What
doing?" But hang on, this top comment says he went to grab her for a second, so I wanna
Yeah, let's
play.
see. It's not just me. Yeah, see, he goes and then he.
Wait, yeah, she looks at her like, "What?"
But here's
He does. He goes
he
to
goes
get
to
her.
grab her, and then yeah, it's
Which is also like, because the other thing is the grandma's clearly having a little moment with the baby with the baby boy.
Right, right.
And which is the look that the grandma gives is like, what are you doing?
Right.
I
And now, I need
which
to.
I feel bad that the mom like threw the girl on the grandma,
Yeah.
but the grandma doesn't seem mad at the mom about that.
No. The thing I need
I
to
want a
turn your
baby.
attention to though is up here in the corner up here. Um,
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So this seems to be
Oh,
a trend,
Oh no.
which is so scary to me. I don't know what that means. I didn't look very much
Does he
further
not-
into this page.
Does
I don't think so.
he just not touch his daughter?
I think so. I think that is what is happening here. Sorry, I just saw the Mama 5 tag.
He
Talking.
forgot where the buttons.
I forgot where the
Even
buttons
in
were.
real life, he never knows the buttons.
Be nice to me.
I'm gonna get red flag guy.
You're gonna get red flag guy. I'm gonna tag him in this. I'm gonna be like,
Put
put him on blast. Get him. Get his ass.
So I'm Jewish. I'm not, which if you watch this channel, I've talked about before.
Yeah.
I'm not Orthodox. I'm what's called a conservative Jew. I'm like somewhere between Reform and Orthodox. But I know that with Orthodox Jews, there's a belief that they're not allowed to touch women that they are not related to. And there's like a lot of reasons for that. We can unpack that whole thing in another video. Probably not, because I don't feel qualified to do it.
Yeah.
Even as a Jew, I'm not Orthodox.
Right.
I would leave that to an Orthodox woman
Yeah.
to explore, but or like an ex-Orthodox woman. But Orthodox Jews, the men believe that they are not supposed to touch women that they are not related to or married to without and there are some that might have a different view on it, like with permission, with knowing more information, and once you get closer to somebody, maybe, but there's a lot of reason for that. So I am familiar with like a culture that does have a significance on when you touch a woman, it's with intention.
Right.
And like that doesn't know that I'm not explaining it well because again I'm not Orthodox and I'm not familiar with the exact text on this. So it's not like if a man touches a woman, that means it's for sex.
Right.
In Orthodox Judaism, there's stuff about it. It's not about that. It's just that you should do it. You when you are doing that, when you're having contact with a woman, it is something that you are doing on purpose,
Right.
with thought, with care. That's important.
Right.
Again, it doesn't necessarily have to do with sex. There's a lot of different stuff that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't apply to people you're related to.
Right.
People you're related to are people that you know and you're allowed to touch and you are encouraged to and you're obligated to.
Yeah.
In a lot of commandments. So like even from a culture where there is a separation of the men and the women, and the way that they are allowed to make contact, that's your daughter.
Well, it kind of lines up with those guys who are like, oh, it's gross. I don't want to change my daughter's diapers because that's gross.
because she's
Because
got a
she's
vagina.
girl, yeah.
And it's like
And it's like, she's your daughter.
she doesn't know much of anything because she's
Right.
a baby.
Right. That's a baby and your
It's a
daughter.
little baby, and you have to make sure she's clean. I literally changed my young siblings' diapers.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
not,
was too young to
their
do that
parent.
for Aaron.
I
but
was nine and
I
9
was
and
3.
10. Yeah. I have two. Well, Sammy was on the channel. I changed
Yeah,
Sammy's
yeah.
diapers. I'm 9 years older than Sammy. I'm like 3 years older than Allison. So I didn't change Allison's diapers because I was 3.
Because
But Sammy, I was old enough where, they were like help out, and I wanted to. Not like I was excited to change diapers, but I wanted to help,
right.
and I wasn't like really grossed out by it,
Right.
because I was just helping take care of my sibling,
Right.
basically.
Right.
I wanted my sibling to be clean and healthy and safe, and that meant that I
Right.
had to help change diapers.
Right.
Which is the other part of it, is like, which isn't to say that changing diapers is what's happening here,
Right.
but
Right.
about that of like, don't you want, because babies cry when Their
Right.
diapers are wet. They're upset. It doesn't feel nice.
Right.
You
It's
know?
not fun.
It's not fun. And they're too small to help themselves. And like,
Right.
don't you want your child to be comfortable and safe and clean? Like,
Right.
that's what should motivate you to be doing these things. And like, it's gross, but you get over the gross things if you love somebody enough to want them to be okay.
Right.
I told you this. It's like, that's when I was like, oh, we're like for real, because I don't find your retainer gross
Right.
anymore.
Right.
Which, like, retainers are gross.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't even like touching it.
I have a whole thing with spit. Also, he knows this.
Yeah.
And like, I used to, but then after a while, it was like, Caden needs it to be healthy and safe.
Right.
So it doesn't like gross me out anymore.
Right.
If I need to grab it for him, I do. Like, it's fine. I wash my hands before and after, before if I
Right.
can, and after,
Yeah.
definitely. You know, it's still a thing that goes in his mouth, but
Right.
like, it stops being gross if it's somebody that you care about. And even when
Exactly.
it like is gross, it like, the fact that it's gross doesn't matter. This was like months ago, but Lizzie like threw up, and he struggles with
I
vomit.
have a very,
He
very
has a
weak
sympathetic,
stomach. Yes.
so
I
this is when we were living with M also. I don't know.
Entophobia or
Yeah.
whatever. Entomophobia.
This is when we were living at him and M like ran to the other side
Yeah.
of the house, and I was like,
I
I have to go
can't
take care of
handle it.
Lizzie. And like I have a lot of fear of vomiting from myself, but I don't
Mhm.
have an issue with seeing it in other people. It's just when I do it that it freaks me out. And it's like, yeah, again, it's gross. I don't want to be around it necessarily, but it didn't matter more to me that it was gross than that my
Right.
friend was going through this, that my friend
Right.
that my friend needed help, and like, you know, I just like, if you're more grossed out than you care about what's happening, like that alone is a red flag to me.
Yeah.
Because your love for the other person should be overriding that.
Right.
And that's a generalization, and because I know
Right,
there's a lot
right.
of stuff of like, if you have mental health things around, mental health triggers around cleanliness, that can be a big issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, that's not what's happening for a lot of these
Right.
guys.
It's just
Like, it's different if you're like, I'm concerned about you, but I have this trigger where now I feel like I have to burn off my skin and clean out the whole house.
Right.
Like, that's different. That's a different situation than
being like, this is gross and I don't want to do it.
right. Then like, I'm not gonna touch my daughter because she's icky.
Right.
She has cooties, I guess.
She has cooties,
at
yeah.
age 2.
It just
scroll down the comments.
Yeah, let's
Both ladies were like, "Is he for real?" And cue the I don't know why she divorced me music.
his little smile as he does
I
it.
can't
Yeah,
even
for
see
real.
If it was anything other than human, I would have thrown it at him. But you didn't say which one during the argument after the fact,
Mm-hmm.
where he knows he's got plausible deniability, but it's like, you also know.
Yeah.
Uh,
The funniest part of this is the comments.
yeah. This account kills me, and now I'm worried about the.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Doing it alone is more peaceful than doing it like this.
Honestly.
Yeah. Wait, okay. The fact that some people are like, "Ha, this is so funny," it's freaked out to me.
Uh-huh.
But like, she's also like, sorry, I'm just.
That pinned one.
Can you hold this, please?
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa,
I thought
Whoa.
he was gonna throw that
Whoa.
baby. You have
whoa!
to. Ooh.
Support her head. Ooh,
Oh.
what? Her neck is fully not supported. Oh my god!
It's oh god. I hate it. Oh my god.
Like, sorry,
It's yeah,
her
not even a
neck is
little bit.
fully not supported. She's 80 days old.
That's not okay. I'm sorry. Barnes and Noble's commented on this.
No,
Now is not the time. Red flag guy. I don't care if it's a skit.
it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. It's literally ooh,
We
and this
stand
is
him, by the way. Red
everybody
flag
go
guy.
follow him on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever
If
you
you
gotta
ever want
do.
to
He's
collab.
so yeah, Dustin.
Dustin,
Oh
if you ever
yeah,
want to, Mr. Pointer, even if that's how you say your last name,
I yeah. Sorry
I
if it's not.
apologize. If you ever
Uh,
want to collab on our channel of 7
ooh,
followers, we would be
yeah.
so happy to have you. Um,
It's ooh.
again, it doesn't matter if it's a skit. It doesn't matter if she's in on the joke because first of all, that baby's head is not supported regardless. That's still dangerous for the
That's
baby.
still dangerous.
Regardless, and the baby's gonna be too young to remember this. But if these jokes continue into the age where the baby is not too young to remember things, even if it's a joke, these
It's
are things that
going
the
to
baby's internalizing.
affect her,
If she finds these later in life, it's going to
Mhm.
affect her.
and she will.
And people are going to see this, not know it's a joke, think it's a thing to replicate.
Yes,
And it's like,
because clearly people think it's so funny, so other
I'm
people are going to
freaked
do
out that he's not supporting her
it.
head.
It's really upsetting.
I had to click away.
It's really upsetting.
Uh,
Okay, we're still on their channel. I was like, wait a second, I don't recognize. And why do you have kids?
we need to
Really
watch
bad.
a good
Okay.
guy for a moment.
Well, let's
of
watch a
palate
good guy.
cleansing.
Of staying home dad and have a better understanding of the domestic labor and the mental load. I no longer say that I'm helping her with the dishes because our words matter, and when we say we're helping her, it reinforces the belief that all of this is her responsibility. So in that case,
This
anything
guy
I
is
actually do around
Jack's
the house is
Films,
not
so it
only
looks a
going
lot.
above and beyond my standards, and it should be rewarded with some appreciation. right?
Yeah.
Well, I hope both of you are cultivating a climate
I
of
guess.
appreciation towards each other,
Or he could just be
especially
like
about the
a
little
white
things.
guy with similarly colored eyes.
Yeah, he does have very pretty eyes.
Like dishes or sweeping the floor or parenting.
He is like
I would imagine
the
it would
good
feel
version of
pretty
like every other guy who
insulting
posts
to
these
probably
awful
deserve
videos.
Yeah.
for doing a mutual chore.
So I don't know where the last video cut off. So if we were in the middle of saying something,
Our bad.
our bad. But I was saying, typically, society sets us up so that it's usually the men in the relationship who are slacking on chores and childcare and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and that they think that's okay. It is typically the men who do that, but something being typically doesn't mean it's always the case. And I think it's very easy for women who are doing this to lean on the fact that they're told it's usually men doing it
Yeah.
as an excuse to not do anything.
Yes.
We read an Am I the Asshole the other day that was like, it was from the man's perspective, and he was, Am I the asshole for not helping my wife get ready in the morning?
Mhm.
And it was like, she's usually running late to get out all the time. He's usually up. He works odd hours where his hours change like daily.
Mhm.
But he's usually up by like 8 anyway. He usually helps her get ready. He usually makes her a little breakfast or lunch and,
Right.
and helps her get out the door. One day he just slept in. He just decided to, which is allowed.
It's allowed.
And she was late because she had to do all the stuff for alone. And then she was mad that he didn't do it, and he was like, "You owe it to me as your wife to do it." And I feel
Right.
like you want to breed a feeling of entitlement in a relationship. That's bad.
Yeah.
It's nice to help each other out in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, we do that all the time.
We do that all the time, but it's also like, but just communicate that. I'm all the
Yeah.
time like, can you do me a favor in the morning? And it's and there's times when Kanan's like, no, I have to do another thing, or
XYZ,
I have to
or-
finish my stuff because I
Yeah.
also have to run out the door. Or there are times when Kanan will ask me for a favor, and I'll be like, yeah, no problem, or I'll be like, I can't, I'm leaving right now,
Yeah.
or like I actually can't get up at all. So
Right.
we fought over who was gonna get the thing.
We did.
We're both pretty out. So
yeah.
it's this video is just saying because I don't know where it cut off that it's not just husbands who can do with wives also. And
Yeah.
I think that that's important to say, especially because being like men are always the one who don't do the help is also like when we turn to queer relationships are like, well, I'm not a man in a heterosexual relationship, so that means that we're gonna be perfect with all this other stuff. And it's like,
Right.
you can still have issues of like you're not communicating well, you have to figure out how chores work, like everyone has to
Yeah.
figure out how to talk about chores, like it's okay.
It's
Um,
okay. It's
but-
encouraged even, and it's hard sometimes because like I have a lot of trauma around doing chores and stuff, and I don't handle that kind of stuff well. I'm learning, I'm getting better at it. But like sometimes I'm just like I can't, like I have to step away, but I will come back and I will do it. You know, like you have to be able to communicate what's going on.
I tend to get very intense when we're
Yeah,
cleaning.
and that is not
which I'm
good for
working
me.
on. Which I'm working on.
Yeah.
Because I know that it's upsetting the people around me, and I'm working on it. But it also comes from
Ooh.
a place of like, I just want to get it done, and then it should be done, and I want it to feel like everybody's doing their fair share, and like I'm not doing everything, which also comes from like home life.
Yeah.
But it's all like it's stuff that we talked about, where we're like, hey, when you do this, it's upsetting, etc.
Right.
And we did like a big
We did a big clean.
and there was like afterwards, Lizzie was like, I was worried you'd be an asshole, but it was
Well-
like fine, and I'm like, that's fair, you know, it's fine.
He dropped something, and Lizzie looked at him and went, "Grow up." And I thought
had to take a
Lizzie
deep
was
breath.
gonna die. I was like, "Oh my god, this is it."
Take a deep breath.
I saw it on your
I
face.
this is fine. Sometimes you just have to let yourself be mad for a little bit,
Yeah.
but like, just like internally.
And nobody cried.
Nobody cried.
And
It was
we were
fine.
all-
We did
yeah.
everything we had to do, and it was we did some at different paces,
Yeah.
and it was and there were times when you and I were doing stuff, and Lizzie sat down, and I was like, "Can you
XYZ.
do XYZ
yeah.
thing?" And it was like, "Fine." We worked together.
Yeah,
it's
and
fine.
like I started early. I did the living room
He wakes
a
up
lot of
before
it
us a lot,
early because
yeah.
I wake up early because I have trouble cleaning when other people are cleaning because I don't like being told that the way that I'm cleaning is not that you would do that, but I have a lot of
yeah.
like stress around cleaning with other people because I'm so used to being told like you're not doing things right or you're not doing blah, 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 you know, and so it stresses me out a lot to clean around people.
We use again the whole dishes thing, but like
Yeah.
I was saying to Lizzie the other night that we need to sit down and talk about what days to do the like chores again because now that we're both in school, all that stuff is moving.
Everything's so complicated. Yeah.
like you just talk. You just be comfortable talking and doing
Right.
your fair share, and also being kind to each other.
Yeah,
Some days
that's a
it's
big
like,
one.
Because some days it's like, yeah, I'm not doing my fair share,
Mhm.
but there's other stuff going on in my life right now, and I'm like struggling otherwise. And sometimes you're like, okay, you're struggling, and it's not your fair share, but you're dealing
Right.
with something else. So I'll just pick up the slack for a little bit,
Right.
and then when it's your turn to have a meltdown, somebody else picks up your slack. It's
Exactly.
fine. like
It's-
you just
Relationships, yes.
which is also,
Relationships.
like, it's not just like romantic relationships.
Any kind of relationship, it is
'cause
not
we
a
live with a third
50-50 split. There's give and take to any kind of relationship. You can't just expect to be like, I do half of the stuff and you do half of the stuff because that's not going to work
Right.
100% of the time.
we both struggle a lot with feeling like a burden to other
Mhm.
people, but it's like it's not a bad thing to be a
To need
burden
help.
to other people, to like need other people to be someone who is a weight to other people. There will be times when you're a burden to your friends, and that's not like a bad thing.
It's
That's
not a-
life.
Needing help is not a moral failing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And we struggle with that.
Yes, for mental
But-
health and
yeah.
history reasons, but like, it's like something we believe, even though we don't do it well for
Yes.
ourselves.
And we're working on it.
Yeah, I had a really bad summer.
Yeah.
Where I had to lean on everyone for a lot of support, and I am lucky enough to be someone who has a great wealth of friends
Mm-hmm.
who are able and willing to help.
Yeah.
And like it sucked. It
Yeah.
sucked.
It sucks.
But I would do it for one of my friends.
Right.
If I was hating myself the whole time, but like my friend had to lend me rent money. And
Right.
if she was like, I'm not gonna be able to make rent, I don't know what I'm gonna do, I can't find a job, and I had it, I would do the same thing. in a heartbeat.
Exactly. Ready to be mad again?
Yeah.
All right.
This one.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about
It's
cleaning.
been 7 days since I cleaned my kitchen. In fact, it's been that long since I stepped foot in it. My son and I
Right.
got COVID
What is
while my
all
husband's on
over
owners to avoid
Oh,
it.
I've seen this
So we
one.
isolated on the
Mhm.
top floor. The kitchen is so much worse than I could have imagined. I don't even want to look in the
You
sink
didn't even
because
empty the
it's
dishwasher.
dirty.
That's
Right.
easy mode.
Right.
The entire
kitchen smells like vinegar. That means there's rotting food hidden somewhere.
Ooh, that's
I don't
not
want to know what
good.
these sticky substances are, because the second that I
That was
do,
what
I
I
just
did.
want to quit.
That
Yeah.
sink
Throw away
looked
this
like.
cup because there's
Yeah,
no
it really
food, and
did.
if
But I
it's part
did
of me
it.
wants to feel shame over how the kitchen looks. The
It's not your
entire
fault.
sink is filled
They
with
didn't even
food.
dump out the food
Every
before they
time
put it
that
in
No.
the
I
sink.
assume the worst of it, I'm proven wrong. This is a smoothie that I made before I got COVID. I can't believe how disgusting things are, and I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of the smell. But I refuse to tear myself down over the state of this kitchen.
Baking
It's
powder.
not
Most days I
your
was too
fault.
exhausted
Yes.
to get out of bed.
Some roast
And when I
chicken.
could force myself off of it, it was to take care of my sick little one. When some of my symptoms started to get better,
So
I
he
was
also
working
wasn't
every
taking
day.
care of the
I also
sick
did the
kid.
laundry and cleaned the entire top floor.
Oh, that's
And not even
Barkeep.
when
I know
wasn't
that
able to
product.
do
That's
the
Barkeep's best
Yeah.
friend. We stand them.
The smell
Not
alone
sponsored,
Not
made me
sponsored,
want
but if they were interested.
But at the same time, I can
I'll look
also
at the dog.
recognize I did the best that I could this week.
And look at
Like-
look at the clean job that she does
Getting back
also
to
with the whole
house
thing.
is
Right.
Like, there's so much shit on the counter that doesn't belong there, which
And
we
it-
struggle with too.
Yes.
But we have our counter becomes this whole situation, and every time we're like, we need to figure out the counter, and then we as a team figure out the
Yeah,
counter.
and it lasts for about a week.
Yeah. I wipe down the counter all the time because when he's making food, he makes a mess of, but he usually makes it like right before he runs out the door.
Yeah, because I wait till the last minute.
So I get home and I wipe down the counter, and it's like not a big deal.
Right.
I take care of it. I just do it. I take care of it.
Right.
It doesn't matter that it's not a mess that I made because it's a mess in the house, so I don't want
Right.
to look at it, so I take care of it. Like, it's that easy. But also, so he wasn't helping take care of the sick kid.
Yeah. He
There's
wasn't
stuff in there that's
cleaning.
rotting. Does the smell not bother him?
Right.
Um,
Well, no, because he's probably not even home. He probably goes out and does whatever he wants because there's no one there to stop him from going and doing
taking the
whatever he
dishes
wants.
out of my arm just cracked. Taking the dishes out of the dishwasher is easy mode. On days when we're like, we can't do anything, I don't have the spoons to do jack shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna eat cold pizza bagels because I can't even make myself put it in the microwave.
Right.
We can still empty the dishwasher. And sometimes we do it together, you know? Sometimes
Yeah.
it's like, can you help me empty the dishwasher, or can you stand with me while I empty the dishwasher?
Yeah, or like I need to do the dishes, but I don't want to put the stuff away. So
Right.
can you put it away and I'll clean the dishes?
That's a big hack if you struggle with doing the dishes
Yes.
and you live with somebody else, is can you just put the stuff in the dish drain
Away.
And that's one less step to
Yeah.
doing the dishes. That's what I did this morning.
Mhm.
Did I ask you? Did you do it?
I didn't
No, last night I asked
last
Lizzie.
night. Yeah.
Last night I told Lizzie I would take care of it in the morning. Can you just take care of the dish drain? And Lizzie did it. And like I've done it for other people too. Like it's
Right.
it's back to asking for help, but it's like the dish drain is easy. It's easy mode. This would be divorce grounds.
I just to not.
Sorry, I just saw one of the comments.
Uh-oh.
My husband works full time and literally is doing cancer treatment, and he still cleans.
The thing that sucks about this video is she is upset with herself.
Right, she's mad at herself.
not mad at him. She's mad at herself. And it's so ingrained in women to be like, this is your job. So even if it's your husband who has been in this floor, like doing things, if he's not doing it, that's your fault. Even if she's upstairs quarantining the whole time and can't come downstairs.
Right, you're a representative of what the home looks like.
Yeah.
Which it's also very classist. It's like an old
Yeah.
classist thing to be like, the house has to look a certain way or you
Yeah.
should be ashamed. I think taking shame out of a little mess, the space looking lived in, I don't think is a bad thing.
Yeah.
The smell is a problem. Like, if
How?
there's stuff on the counter, it's not it's not a guest's business if you have stuff in your counter.
Right.
But if you have mold in your sink, that's a problem.
Right.
I don't want to watch
It's-
the beard one. I'm
Okay,
sad
well,
about
we
it.
don't have to do the beard one. Do you want to do some puzzle ones? The puzzle ones are worse.
I do want to talk about the beard one, but we have
We
to
can,
work up
yeah.
to it.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sure everyone's seen this one.
See, it works.
Look how cute.
It's such a cute little puzzle.
I told you. It's a little puppy dog.
Oh, she's missing a piece in the middle. I didn't notice that at first. She just looks so... Oops. Oh, okay. There's a guy talking about it. We won't listen to the guy, but the look on her face.
We were talking about this before we started, but the thing that gets me about it is that she's not surprised.
Yeah,
She doesn't look surprised. She just looks sad.
and it's so
And I don't like
devastating.
that. I don't like that
It's
she's
so
not
devastating.
surprised. The fact that she's not surprised means that this behavior happens often.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if Kaden destroyed my puzzle. It's
Yeah,
out of
because that's
character
out
for
of
him.
character.
But the fact that she is not shocked,
It's just, it's her face. It just gets me. She just looks so devastated.
I think she was showing off that I think the missing piece, if you miss the middle piece, that it stays together.
Oh, you
I
could be
think
right.
because she's saying it works. I think she's
You
saying
could
that you
be
can lift
right.
it that way.
A lot of these, I'll play another one. A lot of these are, this one is not, but
I'll say something. Breaks my wife's 15,000 piece puzzle. Oh my god.
The phone is shaking because I was scared of my wife's reaction.
You should be. She should kill you.
Like,
Why?
why? And she
She
doesn't look
also doesn't look
surprised either.
surprised.
That dog knows something.
That dog is right.
That dog
That
is
dog's-
ready to bite.
That dog said to her, "Give me the word. I'll do it. I'll take his balls off." If I was you, if I was her, you would no longer be my husband.
Honestly,
He shared this.
he shared this.
He shared this.
He thought this was so funny that he's gonna put it on the internet so everyone can laugh at his wife for her puzzle being all broken.
My father would never do this. Listen, there's a lot of things you can say about my parents. They will not be seeing this video. and the way that they talk to each other, I have a lot of issues with that. But my mom really likes puzzles. If my mom did this, my dad would not do this. He
Yeah.
would not do this. He knows that
He
it's
knows
something
better.
she likes. He would not do.
Yeah.
He would not derive joy out of destroying something that she did.
Right.
Like that's he thinks this is funny. This is funny and
He
fun.
thinks this is so funny. Yeah.
To do this. This is a fun thing. It would not be fun for my dad to destroy it. It would
No.
be fun for dad if like I made a little sandcastle and I was like, look, then it would be fun for him to be like,
Yeah.
you know? He would like knock over my Lego towers, but like that's different.
Right. Sorry.
It's a different amount of effort.
Before we start this, I want you to look at this puzzle.
That one I could not even.
It's all blue. It's all blue.
Ooh, and the puzzle shapes are the same
Yeah.
as well. So any piece can fit in any
Yeah.
spot. Those ones are really hard.
Yes. She just looks shocked. This is like a compilation of them. But she like can't even believe that it happened. Yeah. Yeah. Why? And it's,
Yeah, it's fucking this. It's not about it's just a puzzle. It's hours, sometimes days, sometimes weeks. It's also just like it's something that you put together that you liked.
and are
And
proud
you're
of.
proud of.
That's an
It's
achievement.
an accomplishment to finish a puzzle. It's hard. It's not easy. It's why not everybody does it.
Right.
Puzzles are hard.
We tried to do a puzzle and we got so pissed that we stopped
We
doing
stop.
it.
And I like puzzles.
Yeah.
Jigsaw puzzles I struggle with.
Friendship ending worthy, honestly, though.
Right. Like if somebody I wasn't married to did this to me, I would no longer be talking to them.
Right.
Like this would not be something that a relationship recovered from for me.
Oh,
would be like-
this one?
Oh my god. Your mother? Your mother?
Like, look at her. And
Your
they're just laughing. They think it's so funny. I would
mother.
never.
I would probably the thing is I would laugh. I would laugh because I'm a nervous laughter.
Same.
I would like when I don't know what else to do, I laugh.
Yeah.
That's what I would be laughing, and that would be awful, and then I would cry.
Right.
Like or I would just start biting. Like
right.
this is like if we spent all week working on a painting
Mm-hmm.
and then I like threw like coffee on it
Yeah.
for fun.
For fun. Yeah.
And I
It's-
filmed it and then I put it on TikTok and
Yeah.
was like, haha, got him.
Right.
Like
I just, ugh.
it's not about the puzzle. It's about the understanding of the work. It does look cool and slow.
It does look cool in slow motion. And if you're
Some
like,
of these feel in on it.
yes,
Which like if you're in on it, that's also a really cool puzzle.
That's a
And
really
also
cool
a really
puzzle.
hard one.
yeah, I
Uh,
just, like if you're,
If you're
in
in
on
on it and if you're doing it for a TikTok bit, that's fine.
That's fine.
But again, the problem is that I don't find it funny, and the people are not going to know that you're in on it, and they're going
Yeah.
to replicate it with somebody who's not in on it.
Right.
and they were going to be
Like
upset.
that one, it seemed like she was in on it because she was like waiting to, and she like
Right.
backed off.
A few of them where they're like almost done, and you can tell that she's like ready to jump back. That's fine.
Feel like,
It's
but
also
it's
like it's always the women though.
Yeah.
We're not seeing any men putting puzzles
I have
together.
not found any men
And
doing
like
it.
men do puzzles.
Yeah.
It's not a girly thing. Men do puzzles. My uncle is definitely undiagnosed autism, by the way. Whole other thing. I love you, Uncle Jeff. But I'll hook you up with my therapist after this. He has grandkids now because his kids are older than me and they have kids. So he's a grandpa. Lucky him. I do love the babies.
The babies are great.
Some of them are not babies anymore. Some of them are starting like first, second grade.
Yeah.
All the kids for Father's Day or for his birthday, I don't remember, but the like gift from the grandkids was they got him a subscription to it's a puzzle a month club kind of thing.
I can't do a puzzle fast enough to do a puzzle a month.
He's retired.
That's fair.
So he's retired. So all he does is he reads and he does marathons also. So he runs.
Hell yeah.
And
That's
he does
awesome.
that. And it's a 500. I forgot if it's 1,000 or a 500 piece puzzle a month, and he just gets a different one, and he gets to like pick it.
That's awesome.
And he has like a bunch of them. I don't know what he does with them after, if he like hangs them up or if he just does them and then he puts them away.
I would love
He's somebody who doesn't feel the need to repeat things, so he doesn't reread books ever. So
That's me. I hate rereading books.
I love rereading books. So a lot of the books that I have, he's read, and then he would give it to me. And sometimes he would be like, "Here's why I know that he's autistic." I would be like, "I want to read this book. I like this author. Can I borrow this book? This looks cool." And he would be like, "Hang on," and then he would go into his desk and he would take out a spreadsheet where he has books that he's read. And when he read them, and then like a sentence about whether he liked it or not. And he would check the list and he would be like, "Yup, I did it, all yours." He also played like every word game known to man.
Yeah.
And he was an actuary, which is just... Anyway, I do love you, Uncle Jeff. You're definitely a proof of my genetic autism, though.
So true.
That's so pretty, though.
I don't want to watch this. I'm going to be really upset.
That one's huge.
It's I mean, she just looks...
Oh, that one?
She's
saying no. I feel like he had to cut the camera fast on that one because she hit him after that.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't support domestic violence, but if you're a bitch, you should get it.
This one...
This puzzle one.
This puzzle one is different.
So, I just got a call right now talking about I'm gonna be so pissed because Milo jumped on the goddamn counter and supposedly destroyed my puzzle that I just fucking worked on forever. So, I'm about to walk into this house right now and I said, Steve's laughing at me, but I'm like so frantic because
I'm scared.
because if Milo tore up my puzzle that I worked hard for, and my goal was to get it done by this week before I left to leave out of town, and if Milo fucking destroyed my puzzle, I'm gonna cry. So, we'll see right now. Stay tuned.
How old is Milo?
What's the
Milo is a dog.
Oh, okay.
Or a cat.
for the dog to fucking destroy it?
Oh, the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Her kids, I think, called her and told her that the dog jumped up.
It's not like it's $1 million project, you know, like, oh shit. You did good, you got it done, man.
I'm glad he sees it that way.
He's trying to be so supportive. He goes on, it's a little bit long, but he goes on and he's like, you know, like, even if the dog did it, but you got this accomplished. Like, you accomplished
Right,
what
right.
you wanted
It's
to
okay.
do. It's okay because you did complete the puzzle. And that's a big accomplishment. And he's really trying to lighten the. And he's like nervously laughing the whole time. But I really like the way he's trying to be so supportive,
Right. Which, like,
and lighten the mood.
I appreciate
you
that
know?
he's like, even if you didn't get to finish it, it's still an accomplishment. You still did so much of it. You're
'Cause she
capable of
finished
doing it.
She finished it. It was done.
Oh, so he's like, you still did it.
Yeah.
You're capable of doing it. You can do it again.
The good news is the next video, I did watch it because I watched all of this, and I had to know. The next video, they get home, the puzzle's fine. She's like, I don't know why my kids did that. I'm so bad. I can't believe they would say
They're
that. But the puzzle's fine.
That's fine.
Everything's fine.
I do. I hate pranks.
Yeah.
Famously, I hate pranks. I will cancel class if I have class on April 1st.
Yeah.
Because I'm so scared of my students pranking me.
Oh, yeah.
I hate pranks. They and not like in a fun way. I get very upset if I even think I'm being pranked. It's why I don't like improv, because when I'm put on the spot in improv, it feels like I'm being pranked. And that's why I don't like improv. And like it's that bad in my head.
Yeah.
It's so bad in my head that our friends Will and Baz, they wanted to do an April 1st one shot for a tabletop game, and I they had to be like, would that be okay to me? And I'm like, what does that mean? And they were like, it's just gonna be a comedy thing, just that it's a funny silly thing, like there's no
like a goofy little,
it's just a goofy little thing, there's no prank, we promise.
There's no prank.
Okay. Like they had to talk to me about it because I get so upset. So I'm not somebody who likes pranks. However, I do think being like, it's totally gone and then it's fine, I think that's funny. Because it's fine. Because at the end of the day, it's fine.
Yes.
And I think that's okay.
Oh, yeah. I have a nice one.
I wish I could be better about it. Because I think I would enjoy life more. if I could stand to be a fool a little bit.
I got a nice one. Yeah.
Sorry, that's about our silly little character. Oh, that's a pretty one too.
Mm-hmm.
I knew we ate one of the pieces. Slide pillows. I like that.
I found this while I was looking for the puzzle video, and I was like, this is perfect. It's so perfect. I think it's so sweet. Do you want to be really mad?
Yeah. Is it another puzzle?
It's another puzzle.
Okay, and that's it for the.
That's it for the puzzle.
That's another really nice time.
Congratulations.
What did he just say?
Exactly what
the
you think
fuck
he just
did
said.
you just say? Comments turned off.
Yep.
But he posted it.
Wasting your time.
3 days of wasting your time.
You did it. Yay. Puzzle master.
I'm so glad she catches it.
Oh yeah.
What? How did you catch that? No way. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank
God.
God. Good for her. Comments are turned off because he knows he's wrong.
Yes. Well, he
He's
probably
scared.
got a bunch of bad comments and he turned them off.
Waste of your time.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm so glad you're done with it so she can stop wasting her time. It's literally, it makes me so mad. Hey, quit it.
Divorce is not strong enough. I need that man keel hauled.
Do you want a happy one? I don't know if it's happy, but it's...
This is the last core.
You have a pet peeve?
I'm curious to know.
I said, Mom, I said, you want to know what the most struggling thing about Kev right now is? I said, Kev's been great. I said, the pregnancy's been smooth. I said, but you want to know what the most
Does he cheat?
irritating thing in the whole world is?
Does he cheat? Who is it?
Were you watching? The dog is watching him the entire time. He dips and he eats and the dog's going.
What? I said, if I'm like, I'm sore, or if I'm like, oh, my feet or my back, or oh, my hips are getting sore, or I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking tired, and he looks at me and goes the same.
That's so much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, damn, yeah.
That's so us, Cora.
And it's such a good way to bring it up.
Yeah.
Also.
Which, like, same. Which, like, isn't even to say that he doesn't do anything about it
Right.
afterwards. It's just, it's the same, you know? Is there more? Because everyone's saying the ending.
Oh. He
Oh.
said, can we play?
He says, wait. Yeah.
They're so cute.
Listen, you can love a person to death.
And you can still
and
want to
just
strangle
still
them.
want to strangle them. Big screen us.
Big screen us. So true.
First of all, very funny. Very
Oh,
us.
I love that video. I've seen that one a few times. It gets me every time. I think it's such a healthy way to be like, I have this thing that I'm like annoyed with, but
Right.
I'm like annoyed with the situation, not at you, because I know you don't realize you're doing it.
But it's
you
also
know?
even like, it's a pet peeve. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It matters more. It's probably a little more annoying because she's pregnant.
Right.
So I'm sure someday she's like, hello. Which is what she was saying.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah.
but yeah, like, she doesn't realize it's doing it. But like,
Right.
I think it's very funny. It's very us core to be like, I was telling my mom that I'm visiting you about this very minor thing, which is, I think, exact words that we've said before.
Oh, for sure.
You talk to Debbie all the time.
Yes,
Debbie won't let me come down during tornado season
it's true.
because he tattled on me.
I did.
But which is so us core to be like, I told my mom about a pet peeve, but the communication was good. The way he
Yeah.
was like, I would like to know.
It's
Which
like,
we have
you
that-
have a pet peeve.
Which we do too, is we'll be like, I have a complaint, and sometimes I'll be like, will it hurt my feelings? I need to know if like I'll
Yeah.
still hear it. I need to know if it'll hurt my feelings.
Like to prepare.
To prepare. He was talking about me in class the other. No, he will be talking about me in class.
I will be talking about him
He's
in
in a
class.
phonetics class, and the professor was like, "Tell me about a time that you had a heated argument about the way something's pronounced," and he started laughing because we do that all the time.
Yeah. And she singled me out. She goes, I need at least 5 from you because you cracked up immediately. And
I
I'm
was-
like, don't even worry about it.
And he was texting me that, and I'm like, we thought of 4 in the text
Immediately.
message immediately.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. It's just like, listen, you can love someone to death, and there's going to be something that pisses you off a
Yeah.
little bit. And, like, the more you love them, the more, like, the little things are just like, shut the fuck up. But,
Right.
like, that's okay. It's okay to be a little annoyed at your lover sometimes.
It's,
you
yeah.
know? Especially if the communication is good. Especially, like, they're laughing about it. You can laugh about it.
You can laugh about it.
Caden
It's
knows.
fine.
Caden eats chips, and it's very loud.
Yeah.
And he's always like, I need to go eat chippies. And I'm like, that's okay.
Sometimes I'll go into the other room to eat chippies because I know it bothers him.
But,
Oh.
but it sometimes, but then if it's like, if I'm really overstimulated, it can be very difficult. But then he'll just be like, is it okay if I eat chippies in
Yep.
here? And then I'll be like, yes. Or I'll be like, I'm just, you know, it's fine.
I lied. I do have one more puzzle one, but it's a good one.
Okay.
Hey
We're
kiddos,
full
I'm
screen.
gonna put away
Oh.
my puzzle. If you wanna come and look at it, come look at it now before I put it away.
Kids, come stare at your mother's puzzle!
Hey kiddos, I'm gonna put away my puzzle. If you wanna come
Come stare at your mother's puzzle. Oh, okay.
It's so funny. That's the kind of support you need in a marriage. IMO.
Well, now it's
I didn't like his beard, so I took matters into my own hands.
I'm so upset.
I just.
No! No!
Here, let me fix it for you.
He was devastated.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? What if
I'm
I
so-
took that and I cut your hair off?
I told you I didn't like your beard.
Why would you do that? I told you.
Why do you think this is funny?
It's not funny. If I took that and cut your hair,
You better not.
it would be abuse or something. But you do it to me and it's fine. You keep doing all this crap to me.
It's fucking,
This is my beard.
fucking.
You know there's something
Dude, she's laughing. I'm mad about
Mhm.
it. The first time I watched this, I didn't catch that he was like, "You keep doing all this shit to me," and now I keep thinking about it all the time.
Yeah.
I think about it every day, that he's first of all not surprised. Again, He's not surprised.
Yep.
I hate that. He's not surprised that this happened.
Yeah.
He's really upset, and he's like, first of all, he's right. If I did that to you, it would be abuse, but it's fine to do it to me. He's
Yeah.
like, that's correct as well. And it's just, you keep doing all these things to me. It's very.
It's
What else did
very
you do?
tough. Yeah, like what else did you do? I guess you didn't watch his live. Like
What? What was his live? Was his live that it's like fine?
Yeah.
That's true. The way he communicates, he's
He
talking about his
communicates very
feelings.
well.
He's
Yeah.
saying this was very upsetting for me, and here's why. That's you better not. That's crazy. I've got it. It's just
Yeah,
don't
it's
like
just
it.
like
what did he say in his live? What did he say in his live? Tell me.
right. So like unless he's like in the live said, "Oh, it was like a joke." Like
Right.
it was but even if he said that, it's to cover her ass because he was
Right.
clearly upset in this video.
Right. Unless in the live he's gonna be like it's staged or
Right.
whatever.
Which again, the way he reacted, it did not feel like acting.
There hasn't been any more videos since this one. Hang on. Is anybody here gonna say what the live? They had a live explaining it was a skit. Okay. But also, I kind of doubt it.
But
And
like,
again, it doesn't matter if it's a skit because it's gonna happen to somebody who's not in on it.
right. It's like,
And that's the other thing. They had a live explaining it was a skit, but they've stopped posting.
and it's like you can say it's a skit and it is not a skit. You could be saying that
Right.
because we
To
don't
save face.
to save face because
Especially if it went viral.
yes, I think she probably did not expect it to go this big, and he is trying to
Because sorry,
cover.
I keep talking over you.
No, it's okay.
Because if it was a skit, why is it a live and not another video? Why not make another TikTok?
Because you can't see the lives.
Right, because they're not saved. So why not make another TikTok that says, "Hey, it's okay. I appreciate everyone's concern, but
Yeah.
it's a skit."
Yeah.
You know? Because then you can also address it was a skit, but doing this isn't funny.
Right.
I
I
hate
just
I
hate
don't
it.
believe it's a skit.
I don't believe it's a skit.
Do
Do we even want to watch the rest of this?
No, I'm
Like,
so
I
sad.
just,
It's just her laughing at
it's just
him
her laughing.
for
It's
being
so,
upset.
I want
like-
this. I want this wind chime with the sunflower on it.
She does get very close to him without him reacting.
Yeah,
But,
well, 'cause
like-
she goes like this first without it on, and he just kind of rolls his eyes, and then she turns it on and does it.
Right. But it's also like you touch my beard when it's
Yeah.
longer. It's not very long right now, but you touch my beard when it's long. If you like just grab my beard, I don't think I would react.
Right.
It just makes me so sad.
It's
and
really-
like I straight up I don't believe it was a skit. I believe that they did a live saying it was a skit. I'm sure they did that because of how viral it got. But
Mhm.
again, if it really was a skit, why not make a video,
video
about that?
about
Why
it.
are you doing a live?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to watch the hair one. It upsets me.
The hair one makes me so upset.
He's like, I don't like your hair. It's ugly. And
Why would you do that?
why would you do
so
that?
Ugly.
It's so ugly. It makes you look so pale, and it's a wig. And then he takes the wig off, and it's the same. First of all, he grabs her.
Yeah.
He grabs the wig, and like if it wasn't a wig, you would have heard her. He grabs it really roughly.
Yeah.
And then under the wig is the same color hair. That was the joke, which I do think is funny. Very funny that she got a wig with the exact same shade.
Yeah.
Very.
And I
cool.
love that shade. I
think
want to
it's
go
great.
that shade. I think she looks gorgeous.
And he like leaves the car.
Yeah.
He's like so grossed out by it, I guess. And
It's
like, I don't
so
understand.
awful. It's so awful. Sorry, I don't know how far into this one we're gonna get, but it's a lot on both sides.
Beard. Right over the sink. I'm not cleaning this shit up. Up or down? So long.
Watch the mustache, bitch. You say keep it.
I think you need to go shorter than this.
Watch the fucking mustache. Bitch, put the guard back on. You think you fucking slick? I'm gonna have my soul.
It's like, first of all,
I'm not having a good time. I don't like the way he
I don't like the way
I
he
don't
yells.
like the way he yells.
I think it is perfectly okay to have that boundary if you're going to let her shape,
Right.
whatever, it's perfectly
like,
okay to
not
be
there.
like, not there, I want to keep that.
I tell the barber,
Yeah.
not there, you know?
But I don't curse at them and yell at them if they
Right.
make a
He
mistake.
calls
But
her bitch. He's really comfortable.
he's
calling
really
her bitch.
comfortable calling her a bitch.
I would never call you bitch.
You do though, but like in joke,
In
not
joke.
in like
Oh, no.
mad.
I've never,
We have things.
we've never
that-
been mad at each other where
Yeah.
we're like, we've been in the like, ooh, I want to strangle you, but it's never been like,
We
I'm
have.
genuinely mad. It's been like, you're doing something silly and it's
Yeah.
pissing me off. Not like
Yeah.
you're not like you're upsetting me.
Right. We
Neither
have a
us
lot of
respond to being
things.
upset in that way.
Yeah, we have a lot of things that we'll say in jest that we would never ever say if we were angry at each other.
I started calling him annoying as a joke. And
Yeah.
I had to be like, I'm kidding, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think you're annoying. But so we don't have one bed. We have two beds.
We have
They're
two
pushed, they're
beds
pushed together.
together.
But they're two beds because we can't afford a queen bed right
Right.
now. So again, I'm autistic. While we have two beds, it's my bed, and I don't want anyone on my bed that isn't me on my, because it's my bed. It's separate. There's a boundary, and I like to put things where they go. But he likes to roll.
I
into my
like to
bed.
be close.
He's like half on my bed all the time, and all the time I'm like, "You're so annoying. Get off my bed."
Well, it doesn't help that your bed and my bed, your bed is at like
It's a
perfect.
little higher. So you
It's
like
a
to put your
little
head-
higher, so I like to put my head there because it's like perfect pillow height and it doesn't sink like my pillows. But yeah, sometimes I don't realize I'm doing it.
He
Sometimes
often
I just wake up and
Well,
I'm
that's
there.
why I'm like, he has to start on the other side of his bed because he just migrates towards me. So if he starts on my bed, he's just like fully on it halfway through the night. Yeah. But like I started calling him annoying, but it's like I separately was like, I want you to know that it's a joke, just so
Yeah.
you know, just so we're aware. Because I don't want to even by accident, but like even there's stuff in jest that I don't even say. Like I'm very careful to never say that you're stupid.
Yeah,
Ever.
yeah.
I'm not gonna call you that. Period. He's just really comfortable saying bitch. Like the only time I say bitch, it's like I call Sogas a bitch. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't. I've never called. When have I called you bitch?
You say it in like joke. You've never like said anything.
I don't
like,
even remember when I said
mean.
it as a joke.
Well, you haven't said it that much. You've said it maybe once.
I
or
don't
twice.
say the word that much.
Yeah.
To like people. Because I respect
Mhm.
jokes. I mean, I do respect it. That's not a joke.
Jokes. I hate women
Jokes.
actually.
I hate them, actually. Dimitri misogyny moment. I don't like the way he talks to her.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I don't like it. I don't like that she's betraying his trust either.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think what she's doing is good either. But I'm really uncomfortable with the way that he's talking.
Yeah, it's very much a you deserve each other moment. like,
Throw the whole thing out.
like you deserve each other.
should
I
stay
would
together.
never wish that on anyone else.
You should stay together so no one else
Yeah.
has to deal with it. Yeah, we have a lot of like boundary stuff, but we talk about it.
Yeah.
Except for my dad. That boundary doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, maybe one more?
Sure. I've got two more.
Okay,
How's
two
two
more.
more?
If your mozzarella stick. Why is it so dark?
Is it not mozzarella sticks? Where are you filming?
What do you mean?
It's very light.
What do you know? Open it up.
Is it not mozzarella?
Open it up. Open it up. Don't get so sad.
I'm scared.
Open it up. Watch it. Watch it. You just.
She's literally like crying.
Baby, why'd you punch them? No, there's not.
Has he done that before?
Clearly, he's done this
I
before.
promise it's food, okay? And it
Is it a live
not-
bug?
Okay. Dude, it's fine. Open it up.
She just looks so sad. Like, I think
How's your girlfriend?
the story is she's like not feeling well, and he like went to get her food, and then
Yeah.
but like her reaction makes it feel like he does this shit all the time. Like, I don't like the way that she reacts
You
to
don't
that.
guess.
She's so very upset immediately.
You don't guess dead bug unless that has been you've been
Yeah.
exposed to that before.
Yeah.
Like
It's really like all of the comments are like, what did you do to her? Like, there's no way she would act like that if you hadn't done that before.
yeah. I do think he said mozzarella stick and not sticks. I do think that's funny.
That
I
is-
would do
yeah.
that to you. I would
That
be like,
would be, but I would never assume that there was a
The
dead
dead
bug
bug.
in there because that's fucked up.
my fear would be it's a live bug. I like. Ooh, I don't like that. All right. One more.
Yeah,
One
one
to
more
round this
good
off.
one. This one's really short, but the fucking whiplash of it I think is perfect.
All right.
All right, are you ready?
Oops, you got my ex. You want to keep him? You 110% can. He's a big, fat, juicy liar and a cheater. But first, come on down and try a little bit fun and harder because he still texted me. Oops.
Uh-oh. Huh? He's cheating on her with her mom. And is still trying to get with her.
And they have 2 babies.
Ooh, and they have 2 babies.
Which good on you for blocking.
Yes.
After,
Yeah.
after the videos.
Do you want to do one more real one?
Okay.
This one I don't
You
even.
should diet. What? You've just been like this for so long. I think some change would do you a lot of good.
I've been like this for so long.
Yeah, like I'm not saying you had it bad. I just think like it would be a fresh new start. It would be really good for you.
A fresh new start to diet.
Yes.
Hunter Michael, do you hear the words coming out of your mouth?
I do, and I genuinely think you should diet a little bit darker. Like your hair, I think you should go away with the blonde. What are you doing with that?
With the blonde?
What are you doing? Yes,
You can dye my hair.
dye your hair darker. It'd do you some good. It'd be like a fresh new start.
Specify your words.
Like, this is a funny prank, I think.
This was I thought you were calling me that.
Like,
She does look like Asher from How to Train Your Dragon.
yeah, I think
This back
that
was so good. She was ready to beat the shit
she
out.
was really like, are you
She was
kidding?
really like, I will give you a chance to redeem
And
yourself.
here's the thing, the way that she reacted, that is a good reaction because she's like, there's no way that you're actually saying that. So
Right.
it's not like he says shit like this all the time. It's like she was genuinely surprised and knew something was up, which is a
Very fun.
green flag, I
Green
think.
flag. Good job.
He looks like that guy in that movie we watched.
He does. Blink Twice is really good.
Blink Twice is really good.
Be really careful if you're
Please be
sensitive
very careful.
to stories about sexual violence and SA.
It's very good, but
It's very good. I think it does it in
I
a way
think
that's very
yeah.
good. It shows it in a way that's very respectful.
Yeah.
It's a plot that is paying attention to how the gravity of that.
Mhm.
And the movie comes with a trigger warning and
Which
which I
I-
thought was great.
I think
it was needed. I do think it was needed.
if it hadn't had that at the beginning, I would have had to walk out of the
Right,
theater.
it would have been a lot. But it was
Um,
very good. It was very well done. It is like you be kind and to yourself, and
hmm
it was a very quiet car ride back.
It was very quiet. I cried most of the way back.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It was. I wish that I had known going into the movie that that's what it was about, because my vote probably would have been for the other movie, because I think after we almost got hit like 3 times in the car ride on the way there, and so I was already having a panic attack from almost dying 3 times. I think I probably would have said, "Can we go to the other movie?"
Right.
Actually, if I had known that it was going to be that triggering, but it's fine.
And
I
I grabbed
survived, and it was.
And I grabbed your arm.
And you grabbed my arm. Oh my god, that happened too.
I just felt really bad about it.
It's okay.
He doesn't like doing
I
grab.
don't like being grabbed on my the back of my arm.
But there was
there was
a spider.
a big spider.
And I didn't want him to walk into it.
And I was
without
gonna
knowing.
I was gonna brush right against it.
And I didn't want him to do that, so I grabbed him and I pulled
And I
him
was
back.
talking.
And he was talking. So
Oh no, that was with Allison.
Yeah.
That
It was-
wasn't
it-
the
but it
same
was
day.
like
But it was like
the same
the
week.
Same week.
I felt really bad. I apologized for like an hour.
But it was like fine. I was like I had my little panic attack and then I was over it.
I just didn't want him. I didn't think he would like the spider.
Yeah. I almost walked right into it. It was really terrible.
It was a very good movie.
It's a very good movie.
And I like that the trailers don't give you a hint of that's
Yeah,
coming.
the trailers are cut very well. They don't
'Cause
give anything
the
away.
realization of what's happening, I think, is
It was
very effective.
It made me so sick to my
But
stomach
like in such a
good way. Like it was very effective.
good movie. Okay,
Great movie.
that's it for this one. Outro. That we
Outro.
write every time,
This is the outro.
unless you want to do it for Dragon Age and cut them together. But no,
No,
that's
we're
okay.
gonna do two different videos.
So this is the outro.
This is the outro. The one that I write painstakingly all through the week to make sure it's perfect.
He doesn't do his homework, so that
Yeah.
he can do the outro.
It's true. I'm failing all of my classes. Send help.
And help me balance this budget.
Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good time with it. Hope you're as mad as we are.
Don't destroy your loved one's puzzles. Say
Just
please
leave
and
them
thank
alone.
you.
Just leave them alone.
Tell people you love them. Communicate.
Communicate.
Communication is the key to most relationships.
So true,
And
bestie.
mutual respect.
So true, bestie. See you in the next one.
In Dragon Age. What if I just stole Sammy's outro?
I think we should. I think that would be really funny. Bye.